Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. We always hear about this cliche about something being hidden in plain sight. But when we do that, we really disregard on what the object actually is, especially when something is considered iconic. Like, you ever spent more than 30 seconds thinking about a famous piece of art like the Mona Lisa? You ever really think about what's going on in the background, the small details, or even the story behind the painting itself? Here in McPherson Park in the Arena District is something that's 30 feet tall, and we usually just glance past it. We're at the Union Station Arch, and it really tells the story of Columbus as long as you're willing to listen. This arch here actually comes from the third Union Station, which was built in 1897. The first Union Station was built in 1850, and throughout the Civil War, you would see trains come up and down High Street of all places. In fact, it got so bad that sometimes the traffic jams would last up to 7 hours. This was especially notable when President Abraham Lincoln in 1865, in his funeral procession, came through town and went straight up High Street all the way to the State House. The second Union Station was completed in 1875 and continued the tradition of the first one for being a Union Station, which means that multiple companies of trains would run on the tracks at the same time. The second one was actually in response to a growing population in town and growing train traffic to ease the nightmares of train traffic on High Street and other streets in the city. It was built in the same spot and it was slightly bigger. However, the city would continue to grow, and 20 years later, it was obvious that even the new station wouldn't be enough. A third Union Station would need to be built. And that was built exactly 20 years later, which brought us this wonderful arch here in 1897. This third arch was designed by Daniel Burnham in the year 1897. It is in a neo-Roman style. The entire station was renovated in the 1920s to fit with the times and be more technologically advanced. And this proved to be really beneficial because trains were coming through Columbus up until the 60s and 70s, when people started to realize that train travel maybe wasn't the way of the future and was falling out of fashion. So then the city decided that at the spot of the old Union Station that they might want a new convention center. So they decided to tear down the Union Station and replace it with this new center. The Ohio Historical Society wasn't thrilled because, look at it. It's a beautiful old arch and a beautiful old building, and historically it's really relevant. So they decided to go to the courts and try to save the arch itself. However, by the time this was happening, the construction company was already starting the demolition of the arch, so it was really a race against the clock to see what they could save. At the end, all they could salvage was a couple of columns and the original arch that faced the main entrance. And this was really crucial. They moved it from the old site, where the convention center now is, all the way here to McPherson Park. And now it is on the National Register of Historical Landmarks. So it's not moving anytime soon. The current location of the arch here in McPherson Park in the Arena District adds to the story, as this was once the land of the Ohio State Penitentiary, or State Pen. Built in 1834, this land was all part of a giant prison here in central Ohio for the longest period of time. It was destroyed around the 90s to build the Arena District and welcome the Columbus Blue Jackets, along with this large residential area and commercial area. From steam locomotives to state penitentiary to sport and shopping center, the Union Arch has seen everything. And now it's here in McPherson Park where it plans to stay. So next time you come over to the Arena District, when you look at the Union Station Arch, remember that it's more than just a great meeting place. It's also something that has its own story. And sometimes with hidden gems, especially ones that are hidden right in plain sight, you just gotta be willing to listen to hear them. Should we wait till the traffic to come through?
No, that's fine. You don't get access to show
Skirt,
up.
skirt.
Oh, come on now. Oh, come on.
That's a
You
yikes.
just solidly smacked into it. You're ruining my dreams. My boom mic dreams.
From steam loco... What was that?
Wait, hold on.
Thanks a lot.
Brandon, bring your end. Now, lift the whole thing up. Like, vertically, lift up your
Like,
boom in the shot.
you got the boom in the shot!
I was really
You got the boom!
I was looking at this.
This, but if we get the mic back down, I can lay right here on this McPherson Commons thing.
Oh my god. Because, it looks so bright right now.
Well, the sun is right there.
I know.